Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M12. It's the Tier 7 American SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Arctic region, and it's under the command of TanqAndTonic of the ELO. And yes, that does stand for the Electric Light Orchestra. Yes, he's got a rammer, a bouncy gun laying drive, and a rotation device. Yes, he and I share an interest in the Electric Light Orchestra. Not everyone knows about it, but it's from the 60s. And they did put out some really good music, which I found quite enjoyable. Especially when I saw a movie called Xanadu. Yes, not many people have seen that, but if they have seen it, they thought it was quite good, if they enjoyed it, that is. Because, of course, there's a lot of ELO music in that film. Okay, 155mm gun. Yes, a gun, not a howitzer. Yeah, it's a French design, but it's a gun, and he's aiming down at the south coast at the moment. Now, this gun will actually do 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 7.2 meters on the burst radius, between 11.5 and 23 seconds of stun. It's actually a First World War design, a French design at that, and you can tell that when you look at the breech, because the breech is very, very distinctly French. Lots of their other guns have the same type of breech. Rounds out straight away. Oh, direct hit! Yep, he got that one into the side of the T-34, the American Tier 8 heavy tank. Unfortunately, it hit heavy armor, so didn't get a huge amount of hit points, but he did get some. This is a Tier 8 game with Tier 7 tanks in it, so he's bottom tier, and we've already lost one tank, I'm afraid. And I think we're about to lose another, because that Nurgle, yeah, the Nurgle just got Nurgled by a GW Panther. TanqAndTonic lining up the next shot on a Kari. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit and 192 hit points. The Kari looks a one shot now. I think everyone, if they've heard of ELO, would probably say Mr. Blue Sky. Yes, that's the one that most people think about. That's another direct hit. But there's so many other songs, and the amazing thing is that ELO, most of the songs were actually played by just one of the members, just one. He was an all-rounder, you might say. Of course, they did make use of a lot of the electronics that were available at the time. That's why the name Electronic Light Orchestra, but in actual fact it's just they were superb. Not really poppy tunes, but more bright and breezy. Mr. Blue Sky is such a good song, actually, and it was written on a day, funnily enough, when they'd had really bad weather for a couple of weeks, and on the one day, because they were out recording at a farm venue, they were actually recording the songs one by one, and on the one day that the sun came out, that's when they recorded Mr. Blue Sky, and so they really felt it. You know, it's a really lovely day. And well, that one landed behind the T-25 too, but the splash came back on him. Now the standard reload with this is 26.56 seconds. We can see that TanqAndTonic has got it down to 22.69. He's loaded again. Go for the T-25-2 again. Yes! Excellent. Right into a shell. Completely demolished him. It's like he walked into a brick wall. Almost loaded again. It's a fairly fast reload. And if that T-43 can keep that IS-6 at bay, we can certainly help him a lot. Another one stops him in his tracks. Only tracks him, but look, we got the stun assist afterwards. And I think that shot from one of our teammates actually did make a huge difference, because he's backing away now. He knows he's come up against something that's not going to hurt, it's going to hurt him a great deal. And in fact, now he's gone. We can't see the other tank stand stuff. Now we can. And in fact, it's a Type 57. Letting it settle. It landed near him for 280. Wasn't directly on target. Normally when they're facing you like this, it makes it fairly easy to get shots directly in their face. In fact, I've always felt that Arctic region is one of those maps where the enemy just can't stop getting hit right in the face if they're coming up from that pass. And an Arty, well positioned, that's his second shot, and now he's a one shot. If an Arty gets hit, or if the enemy forces their way through that pass down to the south, then they're more than likely going to come in to get Arty in the face. Type 57 goes down. We don't get the kill. The kill actually goes to our GW Panthers alongside us. The Charioteer is changing position. He must have been the one who actually hit the IS-6. Now, the scores are even at the moment. Both teams have 5 tanks left, and both teams have 2 Arty. The enemy team have a Crusader SP and a GW Panther. Now, it all depends on which Arty the Crusader SP has, because he might have the short range 4.5 inch howitzer, or he might have the 5.5 inch. We'll have to wait and see. The BZ's just gone around the corner, shown himself, and we're dialing in. No, that one went slightly to the left. This Arty only carries 20 rounds, so again, you have to be careful you don't blast away and hit targets, or miss the targets. But he's actually moving back slowly while still facing the enemy. GW Panthers decided to do the same, but okay, we've got a shot now. I think they're both worried about that BC seeing them. Oh, what a shot! He almost looped that one in and took out the BC-58. It's like, you know, chucking the shell at him. Say, here, have one of this one. Well, that's the second kill of the game. The T-29 is trying to creep round the other side of the rock. So he's going to be coming at it from the current angle. The Charioteer's gone round to meet him. Oh, he lost a big chunk of hit points there. In fact, it looks to me like he got hit by the Scorpion and the T-29 at the same time. And there's the Scorpion sitting up on the rock. Oh, but he's not there anymore because he's back in the garage. That's the third kill for TanqAndTonic. And that leaves, because the T-29's gone down now, taken out by the Charioteer, which means now the only enemy of the Arty, the Crusader SP and the GW Panther. And I'm hoping the GW Panther's going to take the lead and head towards the enemy cap area, because we're going Arty hunting. It's shotgun time. 3 marks of excellence on his barrel. TanqAndTonic's a practice player with the M12. I've got 3 marks of excellence on my M12. Oh, TanqAndTonic's just going to sit here. He's going to do it long range. GW's actually gone around the corner. He's not going towards the enemy cap area, but he is getting to the heights. So he's gone up on the mouse, that little area that looks like a mouse. The other side looks like a duck. The T-71 and the Charioteer are going in there to try and find the Artys. Probably one of them will get Biscucci's out of it. If they do spot them. Oh, he spotted them. There they are. Rounds out the GW. Before we can get our shot in, the Charioteer claims that kill. That leaves just the Crusader SP. And I suspect he is in the woods. With the large gun or the long gun, the 5.5. In fact, there he is. Yep. Rounds out. Unfortunately, that didn't hit. It does look like he's got the long gun, yeah. And T-71 goes there. Oh, the GW claims that one, denying the Pascucci's medal. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker for TanqAndTonic of ELO in the M12. Well done. He managed to get a win. He got a ace tanker first. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. His win 8 was 3,857, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. The Charioteer picked up 4,096 hit points of damage in that game. He picked up the high caliber, and the second highest damage was that Scorpion. And of course, yes, TanqAndTonic sort of took that guy out. He got 3,374 hit points in second place. Third place actually goes to the Kari on the enemy team, 2,191 hit points, beating the fourth place player, TanqAndTonic, with 2,184. So fourth place, but nevertheless, he did survive the game. And when it came to kills, we can see top scorer again is the Charioteer, or top scorer in this game is the Charioteer. 4 kills to him. 3 kills went to TanqAndTonic and also to the GW Panther on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the GW Panther on our team, and the Barask and the T25-2 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, we're in second place again because, yes, it's the Charioteer with 1,380. 1,108 went to TanqAndTonic. They were the only 2 players who made it over 1,000 base, with 757 hitting the King Tiger captured. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 16 rounds, so he only had 4 rounds spare at the end of that game. He got 6 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetrating shot, 12 splash. Damage of 2,184 hit points, of which 1,797 were at more than 300 meters. So can we guess which one he actually did get the penetrating shot on? Well, I rather suspect it's the Scorpion, because that was a rather emphatic destruction. He went down with 1 penetration for 594, a big hit, just when we needed it, a big hit on somebody who could have been a real problem for us winning, because that guy had that lovely 128mm gun up there. He could have sat up there punching holes in any of our tanks that came near, but by taking him out, it made the game almost a certain victory, and it all goes down to TanqAndTonic. So going back to the detail again, he got 12 splashes as well, 2,184 hit points of damage, of which 1,797 were at more than 300 meters. So close range shots on the T25-2, the IS-6 when they got close. And of course the PC-58, which was a lovely, here, have this shell, bang. It's like he was just handing them out. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 1,610 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. On a premium count, he made 78,864 credits profit from that game, and he got a 50,000 mission completion bonus as well. And he took away 3,324 experience points as well, but no bonus on that one, unfortunately. But it was a good game. It was a fun game. There were some really nice shots in that one. And of course, for me, it's fun slamming shells into those enemy tanks as they try to come up from the South Pass towards our cap, because you're nearly always slamming these shells right into their face, and they have to take it because it's the only way they can do it if they come up that route. If they're not a practiced Arty player, the only other route that they can take to actually get around and avoid being slammed in the face by the Arty is to actually come up by the other route that goes past the bunker and try and sneak up in cover of the rock. If they do that, then they could potentially come round and attack the Arty from the side, but they don't do that. And of course, because they come straight up from the south thinking that's the way to go, that's when they get absolutely hammered by the Arty, and that's why it's so much fun for Arty players. Hope you enjoyed that game. If you did, please give it a like, and thank you for watching.